Japanese proverb states, men who chase two rabbits will not catch one. Karate, no different. Preparation, focus are essential to victory. It does not matter if standing against enemy or with ally. Lose sight of your goal, and you will fail.
Cobra Kai, arguably one of the best new shows of the 2010s onward. It's unfortunate that the next season will be the final season, but optimism of spin-offs are still there because Cobra Kai never dies. That cannot exactly be said when it comes to the video game entries. Some of you may have seen my review for the first game, but if you have not seen it, go ahead and click on the link on the right hand corner. That being said, the first game was popular enough to add in a sequel to it, and I was pretty excited to play it. The first game had its flaws, but it was still rather enjoyable on the Nintendo Switch. I got Dojo's Rising for the Xbox Series X thinking it'll at least not have some frame rate troubles. Needless to say, I was judged poorly as both games played very differently from each other all around. I paid $50 for this, and I'm pretty disappointed about that. To know why, go ahead and continue watching this video, so that way I'll let you know about my experiences with this game.
So much to process. I must reflect on every path.
Dojo's Rising does bring out elements from the last 3 seasons of the show to the game in its own way of storytelling. It has added the Eagle Fang faction with Johnny Lawrence as the sensei, so playing as Cobra Kai will get you John Kreese as the playable sensei of the faction. Miyagi-Do of course still has Daniel LaRusso as his sensei. You can choose any of the 3 dojos to progress through the story of winning in the All Valley tournament. After playing through the first level of any dojo, you can then go on your journey around San Fernando Valley to level up your characters and recruit others to your dojo. Any character can join any of the 3 depending on the dojo you choose. You can even have Xander Cage join Eagle Fang, which renders very opposite values of the character, so it is funny to see, but doesn't really matter too much when characters play the same. You can pick and choose your special moves for each of your playmates, but can be redundant, as your characters are very OP from the start. Graphically speaking, I will say that it has definitely improved from the first game. I'm not saying that as I'm playing on the Series X and the first game was played on the Nintendo Switch through my experience. The art style they decided to go with for this entry is much closer to the live action show and tends to be pretty faithful. While presented well, it does not take away from the fact that this game has a lot of glitches. And I mean a lot of glitches to occur. From invisible walls to sliding around the stage, the laughability in the playthrough is there. In the All Valley tournament, I was pretty much fighting somebody invisible. I think Eagle Fang has gone to the high level of badassery even Johnny can't get past. Now the gameplay does take a new approach that I do like over the first game. It is a more 3D style beat 'em up brawler you see in games such as the Batman Arkham series, the Like a Dragon series, and at the older days the Urban Reign for the PlayStation 2. The dojo returns with their elemental themes. This time Cobra Kai uses thunder as Eagle Fang uses fire. Miyagi-Do returns with ice abilities. Weapons still return along with stage interactions. If not for the easy difficulty and the glitches, the execution would have been pretty decent for their intentions. I would say, however, that the glitches do make up for excessive waves of enemies in many spots of each stage. Sometimes I feel like one wave can take about 10 minutes to complete, and that's on a stage with maybe 4 waves overall, maybe even more. Even worse is the glitches make it impossible to complete these extended waves of enemies as they clip through walls and cannot be reached. I had to exit the level and restart from the beginning of the stage several times to complete it. I know I have been a negative on this game, but there is a bright side to Dojo's Rising that can be nostalgic. The game offers multiple modes that passes time well. Not exactly extra content you say in many modern games since 6th generation of consoles. You have the All Valley tournament where you can pick between any of the 25 characters that starts off with the specified moveset that comes with them unlocked in the story. Each are assigned to their dojos based on the show's canon. You have to deplete the opponent's health to win, or you score points from enough hits overall. It is a fun mode that still suffers with glitches, but I can find it to be a nice addition that I believe should have been an option in the first game. You also have a mode that plays a couple of events from the show, including the high school brawl from Season 2. As neat as that addition is, I find it somewhat underwhelming, because it somewhat feels more clunky to play through than the main story. But at least the waves of enemies do not drag horribly.
Karate sucks! I know it because my math teacher told me so.
Some of the soundtrack from the show does have its own remixes in the games that are quite enjoyable. The main menu does have the main theme of the show to play in the neat 80s styles mix for the game. The 80s tone of background stages are easy to jam to, and if you're into that sort of thing, but they are easily forgettable. I'd say more forgettable than the first game, but it does bring in some of the original actors to return to voice. Notably, Ralph Macchio and William Zabka are back as Daniel Russo and William Zabka, respectively. Even the announcer for the Raw Valley from the show is used. The overall narrator they choose for the story is Chosen, which is a good choice in my opinion because of his balanced nature. His character and personality has traits from the three dojos, so to narrate for whoever's playing through you choose does work out. Unfortunately, he's not a playable character, but knowing that DLC is supposedly planned for the game, it is possible that he will be added in the future.
And yet, a single quill cannot make a bird soar through the skies. They would need more.
Despite some of its positivity, it is unfortunate that I show no mercy to Cobra Kai 2 Dojo's Rising. A game with an idea in mind to improve the first game has been overshadowed by glitches and a drag of a gameplay, just making the overall experience not as enjoyable from this story. While it's great that there is some decent content and that the Cobra Kai soundtrack and the show's voiceovers are present, they do not fully make up for the lack of polishing for the game. After a little over 3 months into the release by the time this review is posted, there is no fixes for these glitches, and it seems to me that the developers of Game Mill may have given up on the game. It's definitely not worth $50, and I would say even some of the biggest Cobra Kai fans would probably wait for the clearance sale. I think it's safe to say that this game will very much stay in its shelves mercilessly. I do hope you enjoy this video. If you're looking for more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to be caught up for any future videos. I am the Ronin, thank you for watching, and I will be back for more.